Welcome back to the Real Estate and Home Improvement Show. All week long we've been talking to people telling us how we can improve the value of our home. Which handyman do you use? Which roofer do you use? Which solar person should you trust? We've had these guests all week long. My favorite guests are realtors who have houses for sale, and we're in the middle of a crazy, crazy market right now. I don't know what's up and what's down. I can't follow it. But we've asked an expert to come on the show today, Sarah Dresser. Welcome, Sarah Dresser.
Thank you so much for having me.
What's your real estate company?
I am with HomeSmart PV and Associates, but Sarah Dresser Realtor is all my branding.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Sarah Dresser Realtor. By the way, you have the best web address ever. Sarah Dresser. Dresser,
just like furniture.
We rehearsed this name multiple times. Sarah Dresser. Realtor.com.
Realtor.com.
SarahDresserRealtor.com. By the way, I hope it's okay. I put your phone number on the screen.
Yes, please. I want people to find me.
559-573-8553. And who answers that? Your secretary, your assistant?
It's 559-273-8553, and I answer that.
You answer that?
Yes.
I always tell people, don't buy a house from somebody, the most expensive investment in your whole life, from somebody who doesn't even answer their own phone.
Agreed.
So they call, they're going to get you.
Right. You want someone who's going to be in touch with you as a person, as a consumer, whether you're buying or selling, and you want someone who's available and knows what's happening in your local market.
And you want somebody who's been at it a couple of years. Have you?
I have. I have been at it a couple of years, and then a couple more.
Yeah. Now, by the way, we're going to get to this house. It's a Tower District house right over here on Elizabeth near Fulton, I think.
Just off Broadway.
Off Broadway, okay. And it's for sale. We're going to tell you all about it. But first, we're going to drill the experienced expert here with some questions, if you don't mind.
Drill. Okay, let's go.
We should have, I mean, I talk to people who are paying $3,000 a month in rent and $4,000 a month in rent. Should they be buying?
If they can, absolutely.
Yeah.
The idea that it's a crazy market right now is only sort of true. There has been a lot of volatility in the last few years since COVID, no question about that. But people are buying and selling all the time.
Right.
And if you're paying, like you said, $3,000 to $4,000 a month of rent, you're just paying someone else's mortgage.
Yep.
It gets you nothing in the future. It gets you no security. And I think everyone has had at least one terrible landlord experience where they were a great tenant and then they had to get out in 30 or 60 days because the family wanted to sell the house, or somebody's kid is moving back and they want the house back. So it's just not secure to be in someone else's home.
It's always going to
if
be
you can do
temporary,
it.
I would imagine. Now, so if somebody's never done this before, never bought a house, they don't even know where to start, I guess they can call you.
They can call me. That would be great.
So you'll put them in touch with a lender, you'll talk to them about
Absolutely.
what down payments are and
Yes.
stuff. And it's free to call you, right?
Absolutely. It's free to meet. I will
Yeah.
buy you a cup of coffee. It's free to get the conversation going.
If you're even
Yeah.
thinking about buying a house, or if you're a renter, or you just don't know what to do, call Sarah Dresser. She's done it for a long time.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, and really for people who are maybe needing to sell, because your life has changed a lot in the last few years. That's good as well. I love working with buyers and sellers across the board. There's different pros and cons to each side, but really getting someone to the next phase of their life where they need to be for their needs, for their family, is my favorite part no matter what.
That's great, yeah. I had this 3,500 square foot house. My kids all went to college and moved back east.
Right.
So I'm sitting in this giant house, paying these giant electricity bills. It's time to downsize. Huh?
Right. I mean, if you don't need all the space,
Yeah.
you're paying the property taxes, you're paying for utilities, you're having to dust and clean extra rooms you never use.
Right.
You know, maybe it's just not fitting your life anymore.
You kind of touched a nerve with that dust thing. Where does it come from? I can't even imagine. I dust one day and the next day it's just covered with dust again.
I think it's just valley life.
Valley life.
I don't know if there's any way around it.
Now, somebody has a house. They've been there a while.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what it's worth. How do they find that out?
Call me, same answer. What we'll do is talk about your house, see what condition it's in, look at the comps in the neighborhood, see what's been going on in your area, like your couple of blocks, because it can be hyper local. And
Yeah,
so that's
really
how you
local,
find out. And honestly, there's no charge for that either.
It's free, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, hyperlocal in the Tower District from block to block. It makes a difference.
Correct,
Couple
yes.
streets to the north or a couple streets to the south. It's a giant difference in
Absolutely.
in value. So people go to these websites, type in their
Yeah.
address, and they think they're getting a value.
Yeah, please don't look on Zillow. Can I say that?
gonna say-
Please don't go look on Zillow.
I was going to say that exact thing. I didn't know what we're allowed to say. But
Yeah.
a local realtor knows. Like I said,
Right.
you have a house for sale on Elizabeth, go a few blocks this way or that way, and there's a lot of variables. Has it been updated? Has it been remodeled?
Absolutely.
Things like that. So a website can't value a house.
No, they're just going off of footage and zip code.
But you know
which
who can?
leaves
Sarah
a lot.
Dresser. Sarah Dresser can value a house because she does
Yes.
it all the time. Can we talk about this house you have for sale?
Please, yeah.
Here's a picture of the front, I think. Tell
Yes.
us about it.
So that's 648 East Elizabeth. It's here in the Tower District, just off of, just south of Olive and off of Broadway. It's a beautiful home on a really nice street. It's close to Olive Avenue, which some people get nervous about because there is a lot of nightlife there.
Yes.
That has pros and cons as well. But it's really, I've talked to the neighbors there. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty clean. This is a lovely 4-bedroom home that's just
Wow,
waiting
4
for its
bedrooms.
next family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost 2,000 square feet.
Let's look at the inside a little bit. Look at that. Those windows are.
Right? It's clean and
Amazing.
ready to go.
Is that some sort of fireplace or something?
That is. And fun thing about that fireplace is that chimney was completely rebuilt some time ago and permitted with the city and county.
Oh, nice.
So it's safe for, permitted burn days.
Yeah.
And you're not going to deal with 100-year-old masonry.
Right. I've heard of people that have fires in their chimney.
Right.
So, especially
Yeah.
in this neighborhood tower
Yeah.
area. What is this now? This is.
So if you walk through from the living room into, could be a dining space. There's a little bench there that's a really nice nook. It's next to the driveway, but it's just this really lovely little place where you could sit on your laptop and do your
Yeah.
work. You could read a book. You could just get away from someone squabbling in another room.
Yeah, I read. And
Yeah.
that is a reading spot with that window.
Absolutely
right
it
there. Oh, my
is,
goodness.
yeah.
Now the kitchen, is this redone?
Not in the last 10 years.
Okay, but it looks really nice.
Right, it's not a 100-year-old kitchen.
Right.
It has been redone with some kind of still vintage elements. You'll see on the cabinets, the hardware for the drawer pulls and the handles are sort of mid-century.
Yeah,
So they're not original to the home and they're not brand new, but they're really charming.
it is. It's a nice looking kitchen. And look at these floors. Wow.
Yeah. There's original hardwood in a couple of the bedrooms, and there's also hardwood in the living room underneath the carpet.
Okay, 4 bedrooms. You don't
4
find 4-bedroom houses.
No, and you wouldn't have found this 4-bedroom house originally either. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath when it was built in 1924, and at some points it was added on. They took out the attic and put 2 extra bedrooms upstairs, which is nice because, sometimes you just need more room.
Yes.
Which is the opposite of the problem you have with your large house.
Now, let me say this. Is I go every day to a place called Detention Billiards,
Yeah,
where I play shuffleboard, and it's almost across the street from there.
it's very close.
And from there, you
Yeah.
walk to so many restaurants and watering holes and so much entertainment, and it's far enough away where you kind of get away from it at the end of the evening.
Absolutely. So yes, it's very close to, like you said, Detention Billiards, to Lucy's Lounge if you want a cocktail or some live music. Mamma Mia's has fantastic
Oh my
pizza.
goodness, yes.
I know, right? We might have to go get Mamma Mia's after this.
Yeah.
Just around the corner from Component Coffee and Teaser if you just want to go grab a nice cup of coffee, meet your friends. But then the street itself is pretty quiet in the evenings.
Right, and it's safe.
It is.
Tower is safe.
I've been there all hours, day and night, just checking up on things because you never know with a vacant house. Never had a problem.
Yeah, I'm almost across the street from this house.
It's
And,
really
I
close,
walk every
yeah.
night. I have dinner out every single night, and maybe a drink here and there, and it's just a fun, entertaining walking place. Then I walk away from it. I'm like a half a block from
Right.
this house, so
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. Tower District, Tower Living. Well, there we have it. Oh, should we say how much it is, or any details like that? We don't have to say the price if you don't
I
want.
mean, they can call me and find out if they'd like to know.
Do you have any planned open houses, or can they just call you and you'll take them in there?
Call me anytime. We can show whenever. We have had a number of open houses already, and there will be more. We're not done. Just,
Okay, good.
not usually on a Tuesday.
Not on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, call Sarah. By the way, I'm going to say your number. Did I get it wrong the first time? 559-273-8.
553.
8553.
There
Funny,
you go.
I can't see that far
yeah.
anymore.
I think you slipped a 5 in the prefix before.
extra fives.
Yeah.
And you have to dial the area code now. It's a new something, new rule.
Yeah.
Sarah, we've gone overtime. You're so fun to
Oh.
talk to. Any last
you.
thoughts you want to share with our viewers about this house or anything in the world?
Honestly, this is a great house, but I understand not every house is for everybody or every family. If you've got questions or concerns about are you able to buy, are you in a good position to buy, is now a good time to buy, please give me a call. Let's just talk and get the ball rolling and see if you're in the right spot. Because even if you're in a place in your life where you can't buy right now, there's things we can do and talk about to get things going and get a plan for you so that maybe in 6 months or a year, you're in a better position.
I've seen so many people say, I want to buy, and they run out and look at houses, they find the dream home, and they're just not ready.
Correct.
Down payment is
Yeah.
ready, or their credit's a little, you can help them, advise them, or point them in the direction,
Absolutely.
get their credit.
Yes. So I have a preferred lender that I love to work with. He's very informative. He believes in educating consumers, which I'm a big fan of as well. But you don't have to. There's no requirement. I also could advise you on the differences between going to a standard bank like B of A or Wells Fargo or your local credit union. There's some individual benefits to each of those scenarios. And so we can get things going because it doesn't feel good for the realtor or for the shopper to start looking at homes, find one they're in love with, and then they can't purchase it, whether by timing or their own finances, because they weren't ready to go.
One more thought on this house, because it's going to be 4 bedrooms. It's going to be perfect for someone. What about an investor? You think an investor would like that house?
I think an investor would like that house. Honestly, it's structurally in great shape. I understand it doesn't look brand new on the inside because it isn't, which is actually what a lot of people like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flips out there that have been stripped and redone in matching white and gray, and all those insides look the same.
Those flips aren't with the highest quality sometimes. But
That's
this has
the
the
truth.
original
Yeah.
floors.
But this home is definitely ready for its next chapter.
Very good. Well, they have to, we said investor. If you don't know if you're ready to buy a house, just call Sarah. Start a conversation. It could go on for months or a year or however long it
Yeah,
takes. till
it's
you get
not
them in the
always a
house.
right-away experience. Sometimes it is for some people, but it's a very individual process. And what's happening in your life needs to be the thing that dictates the speed you move at. But the first start is just call me. Let's get going. Let's see where you're at and see if you are in a good position to buy or maybe sell and get something back on the investment you made years ago.
I just want to go back one more about the personal attention Sarah would give you. If you go to those websites, I've seen this happen over and over. People look at the website, they find a house, they want to go look at it, and it's already in escrow.
Right.
Those websites don't show that.
No.
And also the valuation. You do everything the website does, but you're free.
Right.
Yeah, it's free to
Yes.
call Sarah.
And I can find out more and answer more of your questions than a random website can. They don't know the condition of the homes they're advising on. They don't know if the seller has any contingencies or what's going on in that neighborhood. Those are things I can find out for you.
Yes. Tell us the address again.
648 East Elizabeth.
All right. Thank you, Sarah Dresser.
Thank you.
If you didn't write down her number, call me. I'll give you her direct phone number. How's that? We'll be back with more real estate and home improvement right after this.